And I love how the killer goes, pow, Kelly, pow. Welcome to my channel, CrayDre. And today, we are gonna be reviewing Prom Night 1980, y'all. Not 2008. I don't like that version. Prom Night, everything is all right. But if you guys have not watched this movie, do not watch the video because it's spoilers. But you guys, I literally love this movie. I'm in love with this movie. And so this movie is like comforting to me. Like it's like a bowl of chicken noodle soup. It's like a cup of hot tea. Like that. Whenever I feel sad, whenever I feel down, whenever I feel just weird, I can put on Prom Night and just feel instantly at home again. I can remember what home feels like. You guys, I have this on VHS. You see it? Look. You guys still own VHS? You all right in my book. VHS they're never going out of style for me. I just want y'all to know, I'm never going to stop watching VHS tapes. Ever. It's just not going to happen. Like this movie, it's directed by Paul Lynch. To be honest, I don't even know another movie that Paul Lynch has directed. I just know he's directed that one. But it's starring Leslie Nielsen, Jamie Lee Curtis, come on, the Scream Queen. Remember, she's the Scream Queen. This movie is very simple. It has a very simple storyline. You have a girl who was killed at a school and by 4 of her classmates, and 6 years later, at their prom, their heads will be gone. The movie starts off pretty simple. There are these kids. It starts off at this school, and these kids, they're playing a game. It looks like some abandoned school, and they're playing. I don't really know what this game is. I don't know. People don't play these games. Our games were a lot more peaceful. 2 kids are walking home from school with their older sister, and for some reason, the little girl wants to play with them, and the brother gives the sister like this warning, like, come on, they don't want you in their game. And then he leaves her. And then the girl decides to go into the school where they're already playing this killer game. And one thing leads to another. She falls out the window and dies. After the girl falls out the window, because the kids made the girl fall out the window, and they all swear to secrecy, to not tell anybody. And then they go home. Somebody finds the body. It fast forward to like 6 years later. Kim and Alex, the brother and the sister, they went to see her gravesite, and it was just really sad. The brothers seem to be really affected the most. They are all in high school, and they're all starting to get ready for the prom. All of them are talking about who's going to be their dates. They all start to get phone calls. The killer is looking for all of them. He has their name written down on the list, and he's crossing them off. Every time he calls one, he crosses another one. When they're opening the locker, and he's got these glasses on their names, and they all start to compare them. That's when it gets a little bit unsettling, because at this point you know that they're all starting to. He gives them a phone call, and then they start to get things on their locker. And the music that kind of adds to it, to this feeling of like, something's not right, you know, you should be concerned by this thing on your locker, but they're not. Then they all go to the prom, and then they all just start dying one by one. All while the prom is happening. And then Nick was like, he just seemed like to be a normal boy, and he was dating Kim. You kind of feel a sympathy for him because he seemed to feel bad. Even when Robin's murder takes place, he seems to feel really bad about it. He almost tells Kim that he was responsible, but he can't get the words out. Kim has to fight because at this point, the killer wants to get Nick. He was the only person that did not get killed. And Kim is trying to protect her boyfriend, and she ends up hitting the killer in the head with the axe. And she finds out that the killer is her brother. The killer is Alex, but then he dies. I'm not gonna lie, it ends on a very, very sad note. There's a reason for these murders. It's not just pointless murders. And I don't know, you just feel really sad. Like even the song that's playing in the end credits are sad. Imagine something deep inside, the feeling that you cannot hide. The memories never leave your mind. Your greatest enemy is time. Doom, 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 doom. There never was no turning back. Now it's time to fade to black. Like, yeah, like they going in. But it kind of makes the movie stand out a little bit because of its downer ending. It's kind of sad, you know? And I just feel like this is one of the standouts from the slasher genre. Like, I know that there were so many amazing ones that came after that, but to think that this is one of the earlier slashers, and this is, you know, how the movie was, I think that's why I think it's so good. One reason that I love this movie so much is, so this one is really good because of music. The music is so good in this one. And it's an original soundtrack by Paul Zaza. It's like a disco soundtrack, and it's just really fun. Like, it's just like, time to turn around, baby. Get your feet back on the ground, baby. Find out what's going down, baby. Time to turn around. Ooh, get your feet back on the ground. Like, it's so good. Like, it's like, love me till I die. Love me till I die. Ooh, and keep me satisfied. Satisfied. Like, this one is good. Like, love me till I die. Like, this one is fun. Like, this is a fun one. Like, and I love the soundtrack that plays in like the suspenseful scenes. Like, I love the eeriness and strangeness to it. This one is a little bit strange. The music is a little bit strange. It's just a little bit. I love it. I love it so much. Something else that I like about the movie, I love that this movie takes place at a prom. I don't know what it is about that, but it's just something about it taking place at a prom, at a place you're supposed to be having fun. Like, it intrigues me. When I first seen this movie when I was 11, it was on USA Network. I remember it was channel 37, and we had the TV guide. USA Network used to play scary movies at night. So this night they were gonna play Prom Night, and it said Prom Night 1980. And it said horror. And once I read the description, I was like, it just said an axe-wielding maniac terrorizes teenagers on prom night. I was like, I'm gonna watch it. Like, that's it. Let's talk about the characters really quick. Even though there's not a lot of character development, we're following the character, and they allow us to know who each character is. So you have Kim, the older sister. We don't really get to know much about her, but I mean, she's Jamie Lee Curtis, so we just love her. And then we have Jude. We don't really know much about Jude. We just know that she's trying to get invited to the prom. She's trying to get a date. She eventually has a prom date. Kelly seems to be the one, very anxiety and very restricted and very like cautious. And then you had Wendy. Wendy was the character that you just hated. She was the head coach in charge. And even as a teenager, Wendy was still like, she was really pretty and really like mean to people. This one is really good because the camera work. The camera work is so good in this one, and for the time, for 1980, and this being one of the earlier slashers, so even in its flaws, I see the beauty in it all. I think the camera work is stylish, and I love how certain kills are being seen. Like, these kills are not being shown in normal ways. I know this film has been like critiqued for being kind of too dark. A lot of scenes where things are taking place in like the dark. It's not a lot of lighting, and I would recommend, if you guys have the remaster version, definitely check out the remaster version, because I think it looks a lot better than the one that I used to see on TV. Something that I really loved about this movie so much is the look of the killer. The killer's look in this one is so stylish, and I love it just so much. Like, the black hood with the black shirt, with the black pants, with the boots, with the axe. Like, to me, it's so simple but simply effective, and it's just like a personal taste for me. I love when killers have this look to them, and I love the way the killer look in this one. Like, and I love how the killer goes, pow, Kelly, pow. I love how he does that whisper thing. That whisper thing is kind of creepy. And it's just fun to watch him get these people, to get what they're due, because they did something wrong. Now you got to pay the price. You guys, something that I really do love about this movie is the kills are so good, and they're not even super gory. So there is blood, but it's not like gory. It's not very bloody, to be honest. Like, but it still is effective. Like, you don't need a lot of blood to be effective. I think there's only like 5 kills in this movie. I love the very first kill that they show. I love how it's like directed. I love how it shows it in slow motion. That's why I love the look of the killer so much. Like the way he looks coming after them is so good. I love it. It's very thief in the night, shadowy figure in the night. So I love that a lot. There is another kill in this movie that is just so like, it's probably, to some people, it's probably one of the standouts. But it's a really good head roll. It's a decapitation in this one, and it's good. Like, it's cheesy good, but it's kind of good. You guys, something else that I really did like is I loved Wendy's chase scene. I feel like that's probably like one of the like funnest parts about the movie is Wendy's chase scene. Her chase scene is really good. Like, it's kind of lengthy. She's having to run in these heels. Like, she's running. He is running too. Like, he's running full out. Like, he's not jogging or walking. This killer is running. There's a part where he's like running through the gym, I think, at one point. And just to hear his footsteps run so fast, I think that makes it so unsettling and terrifying. It's just that chase scene alone, like, it's so good. One, I love that they're showing her running through the school while the music is playing. I think it's time to turn around and get your feet back on the ground. Ooh. Her death takes place off screen, but you don't care. I don't know, the chase scene was just so good, maybe I just didn't care. One of my favorite parts of this movie too is there is a part in Wendy's chase scene where the killer is coming after Wendy, and it shows him walking in the dark, and it shows like his legs. He has some kind of boots on too, like, and it shows him like swinging the axe. I think that part is so cool. I just don't even know what to do about it sometimes. When I see it, I'm just like, oh. And so Paul Lynch, I don't know what other movie you made. I probably need to look into it. From me to you, just thank you for making this movie. It lives in me, and it will never die. And I'm gonna be honest too. I remember I was in high school, and I heard and I was reading about them doing a remake to Prom Night. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna see this in a modern day. Like, I just knew we were gonna get like 1980, but like better. You guys, I hated that movie. And it probably wasn't that bad of a movie. I just hated it because it was like, at the time it came out, it was rated PG-13. That turned me off a lot because I was just like, there's gonna be no like blood at all. Like, I don't need a whole bunch of blood. I'm like, these people are supposed to get killed. I don't know, I just expected the original, but modern, they missed their shot. I hope somebody redoes it. But you guys, if you guys want to be notified anytime I do a video, hit that bell and you will be notified anytime I drop a video. Hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that like button, you guys. Comment, like, and subscribe, you guys. Thank you for watching my channel. And you guys, we are getting ready for Nope. Nope comes out next week, next Friday. Friday morning, I will actually have my review for Nope posted. So you guys stay tuned for that. I cannot wait. And I will see you guys for the next video.